day. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, this is Madden NFL 21. We'll see Tyrod Taylor and the LA Chargers taking on Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. The ball on the tee. We're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
They often say you can't force situations. You just have to let them happen organically, and that's exactly what happened in Kansas City as Patrick Mahomes took over as the quarterback and has become the face of the franchise in the NFL as we now move into the 101st season. Fourth year in the league, already has an MVP, a Super Bowl title, and a Super Bowl MVP on his resume. 3 huge games in the postseason last year, 10 touchdowns, just 2 interceptions, and 2 more on the ground. He just keeps getting better and better, and every time you watch him play, you want to see more.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Sammy Watkins is a former first-round pick in the NFL, and he sure reminded us during Kansas City's run to the playoffs last season. 10 catches in the AFC Championship game and a 98-yard receiving game in Super Bowl 54. He did talk about possibly stepping away and getting some time in the offseason, but Kansas City very happy to have him back in their lineup and in their fold.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Here's Tyler Newsome now. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King.
Desmond King on the return.
Chargers now get ready for their opening possession as they feature at quarterback in his 10th season in the NFL, Tyrod Taylor.
Many in the outside world see Tyrod Taylor as a bridge quarterback since the Chargers moved on from Phillip Rivers and drafted Justin Herbert. But head coach Anthony Lynn, he sees much more than that. They were together as play caller and quarterback in Buffalo when they went to the playoffs. And Coach Lynn believes that Tyrod Taylor can replicate that in Los Angeles.
Taylor and the Chargers come up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll set up to throw from the gun. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And now it's second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Taylor finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
When I watched Mike Williams play receiver at Clemson, one of the things I was drawn to, his toughness. This is a guy who took some big-time hits out in the field as the #1 receiver and kept finding ways to make plays. And finally it's paid off for him because in 2019, had his first 1,000-yard season in the NFL and averaged over 20 yards per catch. They got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. Here's Hardman to return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Tyreek Hill certainly makes the front office look good when they spend a 5th-round pick on a guy. Then in his first 4 seasons, 4 Pro Bowl nominations. Anytime he touches the football, he's a threat to take it the distance. Hard to get on the ground one-on-one in the open field. If you miss, in the blink of an eye, he's putting 6 on the board.
The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Here's the Super Bowl hero from a year ago. It's Damian Williams. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Mahomes to throw once more. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Demarcus Robinson as the first half is winding down. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Joe Reed returning. Well, it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Taylor. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And it's knocked away and incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. Here's Reed. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Taylor and the Chargers come up first and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Flying in to blow that play up, Alex Okafor.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Second and 16. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. On the move to it. And he is going to go down here, but we also have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Second down, Eckler. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Austin Eckler, the ball.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run, and that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On third down, Taylor. He'll get this to Eckler. He'll have a first down past the 40. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. More from L.A. in a moment. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. He completes it to Henry. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Hunter Henry entered the league. People are really looking for him to establish himself as one of the best tight ends in the NFL. Ability to run and catch, and make plays in open space, but the biggest obstacle he's had is just staying on the field. Ended up missing all of 2018 due to injury. When he's right, he is one of the better tight ends and better targets in the AFC West.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Taylor. Complete, Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now the Chargers hustling, trying to get up and get set. Now it's Taylor. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This duo locked in 14 yards there and a first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completion.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Love the excitement we've got going here. If they just scored the touchdown, they're down by 1. How much fun is it now to figure out the possibilities? Kick the extra point and tie it. Go for 2 if they're really feeling in a gambling mood. What do you do in this situation?
I think you kick the PAT.
Yeah, I do too. Kick it, get my defense ready, and try to stop them one more time.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offensive summit.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Mahomes to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back to throw. Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
They complete it to Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. To throw is Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from long, very long range. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from long, very long range. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident dumb enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
With Melvin Gordon moving on to Denver, Austin Eckler is officially the Chargers' #1 option at the running back position. Gordon spent a lot of time holding out last year, and Eckler took full advantage with a breakout season. 92 receptions, 993 yards, and 8 touchdowns. He was in the top 10 in the league in receptions, receiving touchdowns, and all-purpose yards.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
First throw in overtime now for Taylor. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now it's Taylor. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he is in for a score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. To see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.